Hey guys, I'm Killen Void. So I just came out of a production session and I was working on this song that I already started a couple of months ago. The intro is like super cool and I was working on the next section, the drop. Yeah, I was working on it for like a little while, like 30-40 minutes, and I kind of realized that like nothing seemed to really work out. I was like throwing sounds in there, but nothing really seemed to stick. And yeah, I was getting kind of frustrated. And if that would have happened a year ago, I would have reacted like very differently to the situation. And I remembered that because back then I would have called this a bad day. And this bad day would really like take over my mind, and yeah, like everything I was doing in the next few hours, I would start to think like, why is nothing working? Maybe I've lost my spark. Can I even make good music anymore? It would go like deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, I would mark this whole thing as a bad day. And I was just waiting for it to be over and was really hoping, hopefully, next day it would be better. And in the worst case, I would just stop making music and just go watch some movies or something like that. But a couple of months, I drastically changed how I viewed those bad days. So drastically that I would say I even shifted my view on them like 180 degrees, because I started to think of these bad days as actually the most important days in making music, in making art, really. And why is that? I think this is the point where you can really see if somebody is doing creative work full-time and professionally or not. Those bad days make up most of your time as a creative. Like, I would say personally, like 70 or 80% of the time when I'm creating new music, when I'm trying to tap into this creative flow state, 70% of the time it does not really work out. You know, it can be like super bad, or it can be kind of okay, but like 70% of the time it's not really great, you know? A year ago I would have called all those days in a way like the bad days. The days I need to get over with, I need to just fight through it somehow. And yeah, a lot of times just stop and just think about them in a super negative way. But realizing that those bad days are gonna make up most of your time, I think it's super important to change your view on something that's gonna take up so much of your time as a creative. And I think everyone can make great art and great music if they feel inspired. This is easy, because if you're inspired, if you're really lit up and like super motivated, it's super easy to write a great tune. And I think everyone can do that in a way. Of course, you need like the technical skill in a way, but still, like making something good when you're feeling good and are motivated, that's pretty easy. But if you're a professional, you cannot rely on the muse just dropping some ideas on you every now and then, and you're just having a super easy time just pumping them out every now and then. That would be way too irregular to just wait for the inspiration to come. You need to create it. This is like a thing that also a lot of authors that have written on creativity and researched on creativity tell you that if you want to do this professionally, you need to know that you have to create the action. You have to put in some action before inspiration is coming, not the other way around. Wait for the inspiration to go into action and then make a song. Of course, this can happen, and this is great. If a melody comes to your mind or an idea comes to your mind, you just pump it out. That is great, but that is not happening a lot of the time. And to go back to these bad days, I think they are the most important part of your artist life in a way, because those are the moments when you can decide, am I gonna be professional about this? Am I gonna work with this bad day? Am I gonna fight through it? This is the point where you can decide if you're a professional or not. It's not the good days when you are already light up. Of course, go for it on those days. Just get this idea out and all that and make a great song. Please do that. But this is easy. And this is not the moment where you are really showing that you are professional creative. It's the days, the bad days, where you can show, okay, this is not working out, but I'm gonna keep trying. And I'm gonna keep throwing ideas in there. And even though I have no idea what I'm doing and everything sounds like ass, you just keep going. And this is not easy. Not at all. It is super difficult and I struggle with it a lot of the times. And other creatives as well. I can tell you that your favorite artist is struggling with this as well, because everyone has the bad days in music, in creative arts. And I personally think that there is nothing more satisfying than if you are hitting these walls and you're just climbing them one after the other, and there's another wall and it still does not work out, and you sit there for several hours, but you just keep going, and suddenly you find this one thing, this one sound, this one melody, whatever it is, but this one thing that suddenly lights you up, and you have like all those hours behind you where you're just sticking at it and sticking at it, and suddenly your muse is giving you this nice melody or whatever it is, and you pump out a whole tune in the next few hours. I had that happen myself, exactly this situation a lot of the times, where I was like not feeling it at all, but I just kept going at it, and I kept at it and kept at it, and even though it sometimes can unfortunately take a few hours, but sometimes it works out, and after a few hours you suddenly have like one of the best ideas of the whole month or maybe the whole year. I had that happen in the past. I wrote some of my best songs on days where I first thought I was just gonna quit it for the day, just gonna play some games and just call it a day and just wait for a better day to come. But no, if you want to make this professionally and want to make a living out of it, want to do this full time, you need to be able to fight through those blocks, those initial blocks. So I hope that the next time you hit one of those roadblocks and you just feel like you don't know what to do with this day, and maybe this is a bad day and you just won't be making it today, stay at it for a while, just fight through it. So a very practical tip, what I like doing is, if I'm not feeling it at all, I'm putting on a timer for like 10 or 15 minutes, and I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna do some work for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break. A little break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I'll come back into the studio and do another 10 or 15 minutes. Everyone can keep working for 10 minutes, and you just keep going at it with like this super easy pace, and at some point you might find that gold, and who knows, maybe you make the biggest banger you've ever made. So yeah, I hope this kind of helps you as much as it did for me. Like for me, stuff changed so much because I would be so fixated with this idea of the bad day and thinking like, oh my god, this is not supposed to happen, this is bad, I have to make good stuff, I cannot make bad stuff. But you know, each time you make something bad, you're getting one step closer to making something good. So yeah, I really hope that helps you. Let me know if you like videos like that. Just trying to play around with like some styles and some ideas that I have in my mind, and just trying out how to get them to you guys. So let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, if you like these types of videos, and also any thoughts on this topic, obviously, like your personal experience, because creativity is a very, very personal thing and something that is very different for every person. But I think there are a few things that connect every creative and struggles that every creative has. And yeah, I would just love your thoughts and your experiences and things that help you staying at it and fighting through initial problems and blocks. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I have more videos that go into music production and stuff like that, so you can check that out, and you can check out my music as well. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.